Hi, I want to go over all the accessories that you can mount on this riser and how to mount them. And then I also want to explain what comes with the riser that would help you mount some of these accessories. So let's get to it. Every riser will come with this arrow side plate, and it gets mounted by putting it in those two holes. And as I mentioned before, we have this center marking, so depending on the diameter of your arrow, you can use these 1mm shims to space this further away from the side. You just put these plates on there like this. And then, depending on what your setup is, you put it in there. And then on the back, this is kind of a double washer. You put these screws in there, and then you tighten it. And that's how that's mounted. And then you can add a calf hair on here for sound. It's all up to you. You can install a standard arrow rest. This is the one that I have, but any one will work because these holes are standard. So the way you do it is you line it up with the hole. This goes on the outside, and you can mount it close or far. And then you can adjust these screws to kind of get your perfect alignment and setup. And that's how you do that. You can install a sight on here. This is the one that I have, but any sight will work because these holes are standard spacing. So you line it up and you get the screws started and get them started correctly, because if you strip the thread, that is not covered under warranty. So once you have the sight installed, you can use these knobs to adjust the sight according to your shooting style. You can make this go up or down. You can make the pin go in and out. And that's how you do that. You can also install a stabilizer. And this goes where this bushing is. This is standard stabilizer mount. And you just screw it in until it gets tight, and that's it. This is a short one, but you can mount any one that you want. You can also mount a quiver, and we mount a quiver using these holes, and we use these adapters. The long one goes into the bottom one, and it's kind of keyed so you can't, it doesn't go in, only goes in one way. Like this strike plate lines up with the set screw. And it's okay if you tighten it that there's markings on there, that's what it's designed for. And then this one goes in the other side. And once you have those installed, you take an Allen head and you just tighten those. And the Allen heads are Loctite, so they won't vibrate loose. Just don't over tighten them. Just hand tight. Same on the top. And they're kind of following the design. If you look on the other side, it kind of blends in. Once you have these installed, you can take the quiver, and that's just the same thread, 1024, and you just go and install it until it's tight. Make sure that you can still move it a little bit, because once you put the arrows in, you may have to adjust the angle a little bit. And the same on here. So now that you got that installed, you take the arrow and you mount it. And then you kind of check, if you like the angle, you can kind of adjust it a little bit. And then once you like it, you can kind of tighten it down as much as you can, and then you can keep adding arrows. And that's the quiver. Alright, so we have all the accessories installed, and gonna shoot it, see how it feels. Forgot my shooting gloves, so we're using a Home Depot glove. So it's cool, you know, if you have this all tuned to your liking and you know where your pin is hitting on the target. It's pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed that detailed walkthrough of the riser and how to mount all the accessories. And if you have an accessory that you don't think will work or you're not sure about, please contact me and I will work on a solution together with you. And until next time.